Hey guys, and welcome back to the Bitter Nerd. Today we're going to be going over a couple tips and tricks for playing in Battleground. So the first one is one of the most important ones. Pick a good place to jump off. I would highly suggest never jumping off at a military base, power plant, any of that. Instead, what I do most games is I jump off right here off of Pachinki, right there. And I usually go on the outside. Now the reason I do that is because most people go here, or somewhere around here. I usually can go right here and I can see the whole field. Alright, next tip is listen. Listen very carefully. Everything has a real good sound. The sound engine of this is pretty good. You can hear each individual step. Really crank up your volume and listen very carefully. You'll be able to, hear people coming in, doors, and stuff like that. Alright, that comes to my next tip. Alright, close doors. Always close doors. The reason for that is that if someone comes to come in this door, you're going to hear it. If you leave it wide open, people, you're not going to hear it being opened, and someone can sneak in and just kill you. Yeah. As soon as you get a gun, always keep all of your guns reloaded. Whether or not you have one gun or two guns, always keep every gun that you have reloaded, because you never know when in a gunfight, really having a second gun reloaded is gonna make that difference of life and death. Prepare yourself for what you might come into contact with. As you can see here, I have a macro Uzi. This is really all I could find so far, but you're gonna want a close range gun. You're gonna want a medium range. You're gonna want a medium to long range gun. If you have a long range gun, I'd suggest a type of rifle like if you have the car. You're gonna want like a rifle like an AKM or a some type of assault rifle. All right. Next tip is use foliage to your advantage. As you can see, I'm crouched in this bush right here. You really cannot see me at all. If a player was just running by, you could easily take some pot shots at them and kill them. I've done it a couple of times. It's a really good tactic, and even on lower end graphics you still are hidden pretty well. As you can see here, I'm on low end graphics, and as you can see, I am still really well hidden. Even in the grass here, you're still really well hidden. Next tip, this is kind of an unused feature that a lot of people don't realize. You can actually look around the corner. So if you're standing right here and there's someone in this room, and there's someone in this room, rather than exposing your whole body into this room and going like this, what you can do is you can lean into that room. You see like this, by using on Q and M, you can lean into the room and be ready to shoot whoever's in there. So if there's someone standing at the window, you can lean in, pop a shot, boom, done. The next tip is use third person to your advantage. As you can see, I can see all the way in here. I can see all the way in here. I can see completely this entire room, what's in here. If I'm sitting right here like this, I can see through the wooden boards, but I can't really see what's in there. And finally, this should come without mention. Use objects, buildings to your advantage when you're trying to travel around. It's very easy to get caught out in a field like I am now and get one shot or two shot or whatever. Really try to use your surroundings to your advantage. As you can see, there's this wall right here. If I duck down below this wall, I can walk along this entire thing, and no one to the, east of me could really shoot me. Alright, and that's all my tips and tricks for this video. If you want to hear more, or have any suggestions, or have any of your own tips and tricks, post them down in the comments, and, I'd love to pin them up, or even put them in the description with your name attached to them, of course, because, thanks. Have a good one. Playing.